Man, today was such a hard day. Plus that donkey ate every fig. At least now I get to unwind and eat hot chips and lie. I think I can hear something. Oh. Hello there. Well, why don't you come on in? So yes, I spent 100 days farming slightly weathered wax-cut copper stairs. And no, I will not say it twice. Now, the important question is, why? Well, it's because I went to the YouTube comment section and saw this. I thought this was a great idea for a YouTube video. Originally though, I decided not to make the video because it would take way too long to make, until I saw this comment. How about you do it if you're so smart? So, I made up my mind. I'm going to do it. Now, the only question is, how? Well, thankfully, I know how to play Minecraft. And also, I was looking through the comments and found this. Yes, your eyes don't deceive you. It's the exact strategy I would need to use in order to get as many copper staircases as I want. So, let's see how many I can get in the 100 days. A little caveat, I will be allowing myself to change the difficulty and the tick speed of the game, because I suck at Minecraft. Now, I'm actually really excited to get into this. I think this is going to be easier than I think, but harder in a lot of ways I don't expect. And I can't even type the whole name of wax exposed cut copper stairs because it's so long. So let's just start. Now the first part of this strat is to collect resources. And in order to do that, I'm going to have to get some basic tools and food. Okay, tools are done. Now time for some food. So I spent a lot of day one just walking around. I've been trying to look for any structures or anything that might be really useful, and I haven't found squat. Another portal could be good, but I think it would need to have like god loot. Yeah, no, this is kind of mediocre stuff. So it's time for plan B. Now you might be asking what plan B is. It's simple. It's B for bees. In order to wax every staircase, I'll need a lot of bees. To make a bee farm, I must collect tons of redstone, iron, and cobblestone to make all the components. And I can't do that later, because the bee farm has to be built in the end to maximize its efficiency. So, this early on, I have to go somewhere I don't really like going. So they've changed a lot about Minecraft recently, and I think the best way to get like diamonds is to go into these big empty caves. So I'm gonna see if I can get some diamond tools, and then if I want iron redstone, like I said earlier, I probably need to strip mine. So I think I got a lot of the early materials like diamonds, and I should start strip mining, but before that, my inventory is really getting filled with a bunch of random junk. So I'm going to set up a little home base, and then I'm going to start strip mining. Perfect. So let's get to strip mining. While I'll strip mine, I'll go over the plan. In order to get the most copper staircases within the 100 days, what I'm going to have to do is find a trial chamber. Because the entire thing's made out of copper blocks, I'll be able to turn all of those into staircases. But because everything inside the trial chamber is already waxed in different states of oxidation, I'm going to have to strip and remove the wax from all of them. That makes a new issue. They all have to be re-waxed. So that's why it's so important for me to strip mine now. I need to collect enough materials so I can make automatic beeswax farms in the end. So I just finished strip mining, and I'm going to be fully honest, I got like not enough. I think it would definitely be better if I beat the game. So I'm going to speed run through getting all this stuff all compacted, and I'm going to just try to beat the game as quickly as I can. And the first step for doing that is, of course, going to the nether. Okay, I'm all geared up for a nice nether expedition. Hopefully I can find a lava pool down here. If not, I can go to the surface, and maybe I can find more stuff. Maybe I got enough diamonds to make some full armor. I don't know, let's see. Now, I know there's a lava pool over here, but I also noticed that this looks a little weird. I think on the first pass, I thought it was an amethyst geode, but this is way too big. Like, look at that. So let me go down. Ooh, there we go. You can see that that's too big. Like, look how large this is. So I think this either might be a buried trial chamber or a buried stronghold. So either or. This is going to be a big win for us. Okay, let's crack it open. Oh my god, dude. This is scripted. Oh my lord. Is this an 8 vein? What the? A 10 vein? An 11? Oh my. This is super rare. I think I should make some armor. Maybe not. I might need the diamonds for more pickaxes, because this is a trial chamber. Okay, that's a 12 vein. That's crazy. Ooh. So I'm going to need a ton of pickaxes in order to get into this thing and mine all the copper blocks. Yeah, this is definitely a trial chamber. This is great. So I'm not going to go in it now, but I will come back later and take all the copper from this. So I set up this big arrow in order to find it later, because I don't want to go in yet because I'm going to need a ton of equipment. I'm going to go to the nether. I'm going to beat the game. Hopefully I can find a bastion for ender pearls and another fortress, and we can do this quickly. It's been a long time since I beat the game actually, but I hopefully it won't be too hard. So I'm going to walk off this direction and I'll get back to you. So I overestimated how much food I had, so I'm definitely going to have to invade this bastion. I've been walking for like 30 minutes in real life, and I've been cooking hoglings and eating rotten flesh, but thankfully this place spawns with golden carrots, so the main reason I'm going in is for golden carrots or whatever other loot I can get. So let me show it on screen. Now, I was a little lazy and didn't trade with the piglins, but thankfully there was another fortress really close by. So I can get all the blaze rods and I can get the ender pearls and do all the trades later. It might suck not having fire resistance for these blazes, but it'll be fine. Plus I have a looting 2 sword from the bastion. I'm gonna use that to get ender pearls actually. That should really help. And when I go to the end, I should use this on shulkers. Okay, now get in the boat. Get in the boat. Get in the boat. There we go. Okay. I know it's a little cheeky and a little cheap, but I really don't care. I just need to be at the end game as quickly as possible. Wow, 2. Oh, and this should be the last one. Oh my god, he's getting me really low. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Wow, that was close. Okay, now it's time to get all the way back, even though it's like 60 minutes. Okay, it took me an hour to get back. I was pretty lost. But now I have all the ender pearls. I have all the blaze rods. I should be able to get to the ender dragon. Perfect. I'm back in the overworld. I think what I'm going to do is just come back when I get there. I don't think anything interesting is going to happen, and it's just going to be me climbing out and walking. So I'll see you when I get there. So yeah, as I was saying, that was pretty boring. You know, nothing epic happened during the end dragon fight. No close calls. Now, for the importance part, I'm going to the end cities. There's 3 main resources I'm trying to get. Number 1, pickaxes. Number 2, shovels. And number 3, shulker shells. The pickaxes are pretty self-explanatory. I'm making as many copper staircases as I can, so I'm going to need as many pickaxes to mine all the copper blocks in the trial chambers. So the more I can get, the better. The second are shovels. Every B form in the entire game requires a large amount of glass. So I'm going to need the enchanted shovels in order to mine up all the sand and then somehow get it smelted. But I'll probably just use lava buckets. The third are these little guys, shulkers. They drop their shells, which can be made into shulker boxes. which will be able to let me move things very quickly from the overworld to the end. And also, when I can go and mine out the entire trial chamber, I'm not going to be able to carry as many, you know, that's going to be like, what, 3 inventories of copper blocks. So let me just kill this guy real quick, grab the elytra, and we can get going. I also brought fireworks, as you can see, so that's going to make this a breeze to go through.
One eternity later.
So I was able to get everything I need. Now it's time for the huge grind, and I'm going to be honest, I got tired of editing. Instead of making you watch 40 hours of me collecting things, building things, collecting things, building things, you're going to just have a nice little time lapse. I'm going to tell you what I did. I mined a bunch of sand. I made a lot of glass. I mined a bunch of trees. Made a lot of planks. Made a bunch of bees. Made a bee farm. Automated wanks. Automated iron. Mined all the copper. That's it. I'm not going to show you 10 hours of me doing everything by hand. I don't even know what's a good way to edit it. So I made a nice little montage. It's just going to play through everything in a nice little way. If you were like, oh, but I wanted to see 10 billion hours of you mining sand. Too bad. Live with that.
If I could save time in a bottle, the first thing that I'd like to do is to save every day till eternity passes away, just to spend them with you. If I could make days last forever, if words could make wishes come true, I'd save every day like a treasure, and then again I would spend them with you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you find them. I've looked around enough to know you're the one I want to go through time with. If I had a box just for wishes and dreams that had never come true, the box would be empty except for the memory of how they were answered by you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you find them. Looked around enough to know you're the one I want to go through time with.
So in my notes, that's supposed to take until like day 80, but I'm going to be honest, it probably went to day like 92. All I'm going to be doing for the rest of the days is just this. Which, God, that sounds so great, isn't it? It's just... They should use this to make, you know those people who make like songs out of mayo? I could listen to a whole song using just this sound. Oh, so relaxing. So yeah, I'm gonna be just unwaxing all these things and putting it on repeat. And also, making the cut stairs. We're almost there. Now, the one thing I'm not looking forward to is one, waiting for them to all oxidize, and two, having to re-wax all of them. So in order to make this look cool and be easy for me to do, I'm going to just make a giant flat surface of them. Like I'm just gonna make a landmass of copper stairs. And hopefully... Oh god, there's so many blocks left still. Hopefully it's okay. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, my program can't handle any more time lapses. So just believe me, I hand placed all these, okay? It took me way too long. I made it a square. I did math to make it perfect. Now, this is supposed to be around day 100. Don't tell anyone, but I think it's like day 115. So I'm gonna be waxing all these. I just let the bee farm go for that entire time. That half that time lapse the bee farm was running, which is great. And I think we're almost done. We're just doing some of the finishing touches. Oh my god. Now you might be asking, why didn't I empty my whole hot bar? I don't know, man. I was fried after this. But if you're wondering how many staircases this is, I deleted them all with the clear command after all this. It was 13,643 copper staircases. Not just copper staircases. Waxed, exposed, cut copper staircases, or whatever this is called. I already forgot. But yeah, and I didn't miss a single one. Well, I did miss one. Well, I'm gonna show you me. There's a little footage of me fixing it. There we go. Perfect. Now, I think this just looks beautiful. Let me fly up. God, it's so perfect. I'm never doing this again. If you like this, like and subscribe.